what's up everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another prediction video. This week I'm going to be breaking down UFC 273, Alexander Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. Really good card, got some really good fights on it. Before we talk about that, we're going to do a quick recap of UFC Fight Night Columbus, Blades versus Dawkins, then we'll get right into UFC 273. As most of you know, I was at the card, Blades versus Dawkins. It was an awesome card, some decent fights, some boring fights, but I had my worst betting night ever, man. I went 1-7 for -9 units, including the 2 long shot parlays I put in, and it was terrible, man. Yeah, I was there to watch all of it. I had to just eat them bets, man. We'll go over the bets real quick. The winning bets, I had Chimaev, Blades, Manon, 2 units doing 2.5 units, 2.55 units, and them 3 fights went pretty good. Just good fights. Both all 3 of them did what they had to do. My losing bets, I had Dana Bakhtiara, 2.4 units to win 1.5 units, and he was winning that fight all the way up till he got that spinning back fist, man. That sucked. It was cool to see live, but that sucked for my pockets. Second losing bet was David Dvorak, 2.1 units to win 1.5 units, and I don't care. I thought he won that fight. I thought he won the first round. He got rocked in that second round, and then I thought he won the third round. I mean, he had a takedown. He had control time, little ground and pound. But yeah, man, he lost. So 2.1 units to win 1.5 units. Lost that. Third bet that I lost was Chimaev Askar, 2-fight parlay, and 2 units to win 1.5 units, and Chimaev won, and Askar kind of thought he won that fight too. I thought he won the third round. I don't think Kai did much in it. Obviously, Kai won the second, and Askar won the third, but it is what it is. Fourth losing bet, I had a big parlay with Magny Rosa, 2.4 units to win 2.6, and the Magny fight was way closer than I thought it was going to be. I don't even think he really won that fight, but Rosa, man, bad bet, man. She could not stop a takedown for nothing, and then in the third round, when she finally could and had her chance to do stuff, she took the last 3 minutes to leg kick McMahon while McMahon was laying on her back. I think she was trying to get the finish. It was the most ridiculous fight IQ thing I've ever seen. The fifth one was the Grasso over, Manon over. I hit the Manon over, and then the Grasso, dude, I don't know what happened to Calderwood. I don't even know if she trains anymore. She used to be one of the toughest girls that I watched fight for years, and now she just gets finished in the first round like it's her job. The sixth one was the 6-leg parlay I put in, just 0.5 units to win 2 units, and Rosa ruined that one for me. And then my 4-leg over-under parlay that I put in, I put them 2 in just because these 2 bets, just because I was going to the show, I wanted to have some action. And on the 4-leg over-under parlay, I was actually for 0.45 units to win 1.9. I was 3-0 going into the Matt Brown fight. I needed the Matt Brown fight to go under 2.5, and I would have hit that 4-leg over-under parlay. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Like I said, 1-7, -9 units, my worst betting card yet ever. But to be honest, we're coming into a pay-per-view, and I don't lose on pay-per-views. You can go check my stats. I win money on pay-per-views every time. So we're going to get this back, man. I promise we're going to get this back. Overall, after that terrible card, my betting record is 82-56 for plus 37.45 units. As you know, my units are $100, so I'm up $3,745 still. But man, last week hurt, but we're going to get it back. I promise you, we're going to get it back this week. Yeah, UFC 273, we got Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie for a title. We got Petra versus Aljamain Sterling for a title. We got Khamzat versus Burns as kind of a title eliminator. There's some really good fights on this card, man, and let's get into it. And I got some pretty good bets on this, but there's a lot of hard fights to pick, a lot of 50-50 fights, so I'm just going to stay away from most of them after last week. But fight number 1 is in the women's strawweight division. We have Peira Rodriguez versus Kay Hansen. Peira Rodriguez is 7-0. She's currently sitting at -130. Kay Hansen 7-5. She's currently sitting at plus 100. Watching tape on both these girls, I'm really impressed with Peira Rodriguez, man. I know that she had a tough fight on her Dana White Contender Series fight, but I think that girl that she fought is actually pretty tough. She was an undefeated girl and seemed to be pretty well-rounded and was real athletic. So, but yeah, man, Peira Rodriguez, watching tape on her, she has really good striking with a really good jab. She has a good straight punches. Like, she'll throw right down the middle, blitz at you with combos. I really like that. She seems to be pretty physically strong. Like a couple of their fights I was watching in Invicta and stuff, she was able to control the clinch. She was able to stop takedowns on girls with pretty decent records. This one Russian girl she fought that was like 17-6. She was able to stuff all her takedowns. And she had good fight IQ because she just kept telling her to get up. And then in the 4th round, by the time the other girls gassed out, she started going in her guard and then ended up pounding her out. But she will throw. She'll throw like a 5 to 8 punch combination, rushing in with straight punches, and I really like that. She's got really good boxing. She's really aggressive, and she's willing to take a punch to give a punch. And that might not work out in all fights, but I think it'll work out here with Kay Hansen. She's not really a KO striker. She's got really good cardio. She's got good power. She's got good chin. She's got good clinch. She's got good stand up. It seems like, I mean, look, she got taken down a couple times in the Ultimate Fighter show, but she was able to get back up. And I really do. I like her, man. Other than the wrestling defense, I really like what she has. She seems decent on the ground. She's not just going to get taken down and tapped out. And she's undefeated. I really like that. Kay Hansen, like I said, 7-5. She's got decent boxing. She's got okay wrestling, okay clinch game. She doesn't have no wrestling background or nothing like that. But she does like to wrestle and grapple, but she's not really good at wrestling. And like I said, she don't have no background in it. She's good at throwing fast combinations in close, a little bit of dirty boxing. She'll throw nice little uppercuts. If she gets taken down, though, if she can't get the takedown and she pulls guard or gets taken down, she's really active off her back. She'll throw punches. She'll be going for sweeps, for submissions, all that. I really like that. But I just think Peira Rodriguez is going to be smart enough to not go down in the guard with her if she doesn't have to. And yeah, man. She's got good ground and pound and submissions when she's on top. And she seems pretty strong, good cardio and physically strong. She fought at 125 last time. She's coming back down to 115, her natural weight class. But yeah, man, give me Peira Rodriguez in this. I'm going to take her by decision. I think she stops most of the takedowns. Maybe she gets taken down in the first round. But like I said, Kay Hansen's no excellent wrestler. I mean, she's not really great at wrestling at all. So I think Peira is going to maybe get taken down once, but be able to stop the rest of the takedowns and be able to start taking over by the end of the first, second, and third. I think she's going to get a clear decision here. She's going to be 1 inch taller with a ½ inch of reach. I got Peira Rodriguez by decision, and I do have a bet on her. I got her at plus 135. She's minus 130 now. I'll probably be minus like 160 by the time the fight starts or more. But I got 1.75 units to win 2.35 units, and I put a pretty big bet on her thinking that the line would change like that, and it did. And I really do think she's going to get the win, and she's the rightful favorite. Fight number 2 is in the men's lightweight division. We got Vinc Pichel versus Mark Madsen. Vinc Pichel is 14-2, currently sitting at minus 145. Took a bad breath. Currently sitting at minus 145. Mark Madsen's 11-0, currently sitting at plus 115. Vinc Pichel, man, if you watch him, the dude's tough. He's just a tough dude. He's got decent wrestling, but he can be out wrestled. But he's got really good BJJ. He's got really good cardio. Dude, if he's on top, he has really good ground and pound. And like I said, he's got really good BJJ. You seen with Jim Miller, he was able to roll around on the mat with him for 3 rounds and actually got the win. He's really good but really what he wants to do is strike. He's really good at switching stances when he strikes. He throws power with both sides. He throws power kicks with both legs. He throws power punches with both hands. He's got really good, powerful leg kicks, which I think is going to help him in this fight. He's fighting a wrestler, Mark Madsen, who's really heavy on his lead leg. I mean, Clay Guida was even beating it up a little bit. He's got a really, really good left hook to straight right. Like, it's fast. Like Vinc Pichel, he's got a good striking, man. I really do like what he has. He has really good cardio. He has really good clinch. He has really good knees and elbows in the clinch, like really strong knees in the clinch. He has really good body work throughout the whole fight. He'll throw punches, kicks, everything in the body, in the clinch. Like I said, powerful knees. He's just a powerful dude. He's a tough dude. He's got good cardio, man. I think that's what's going to be the deciding factor. Because Mark Madsen, man, if you watch him, you know he's an elite wrestler, Olympic wrestler, Greco-Roman silver medalist years ago, like 10 years ago. Because he's like 37, I believe, or 35 to 37, and Vinc Pichel is 37, so they're both a little older. Like I said, he's got really elite wrestling. He's got good punches and knees in the clinch, because that Greco-Roman, like you've seen with Clay Guida, he likes to grab around the head and get a clinch, and if he can't get the takedown, he's still got good striking out of the clinch because he's so strong. But he's very slow, and he's very stiff, like with his striking. You can tell that he was a wrestler his whole life, and is just strong and stuff. I don't know how super athletic because his striking is just stiff, and he's very hittable. He has decent power with the overhand right though, because he's very tough, man. He'll take one of these little shots to throw a big overhand right, but it's not like he's setting this up with crazy jabs and a bunch of technique. You just throw a club over the top. He's got pretty good octagon control, but he's low output on his feet. To me, and like in his fights, even with Thud Hubbard, he seems to get tired. If he has to keep wrestling and you keep getting up, he seems to get gassed out. He didn't look as gassed against Clay Guida last fight, but he only attempted one takedown because Clay Guida's got really good takedown, so defense, so it was just striking. But yeah, man, I think that Vinc Pichel is actually going to win this fight. I think that Madsen is going to have to go for takedowns in the first round because I think that Vinc Pichel is going to be landing hard strikes on him, and he might get a couple, but Vinc Pichel is good at sweeping and he has a great get-up game. You see Thud Hubbard had 4 takedowns on Vinc Pichel and maybe had a minute of control time, and Vinc Pichel had 1 reversal and had like 2 minutes of control time. So the dude's good, man. But I see Mark Madsen, like I said, being able to get a takedown or 2 in that first round, and Vinc Pichel getting up and him to start slow down and Vinc Pichel to take over in the second and third. I don't know if he's going to get a finish in the third, but I like Vinc Pichel, decision or finish. I see the lines. I want to bet him. I see the lines coming down on him, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens there. But excuse me, I'll let you know by me and Johnny K Picks are going to do another show this week on my channel, so I'll let you, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'll let you know by then, and then definitely by the official bets. Fight number 3 is in the men's bantamweight division. We have Julio Arce versus Daniel Santos. Julio Arce is 17-5, currently sitting at plus 195. Daniel Santos is 10-1, currently sitting at plus 160. Julio Arce, man, he's really well-rounded. He's got okay wrestling. He's got good wrestling defense. He's got good striking. He's got really good boxing. He's got really good boxing. He's got a good leg, body, and head kicks with power. You seen him knock out Julian Erosa with a head kick, and that fight was real close up until that third round head kick. He throws power in most of his punches and kicks. Like I said, he's got good technique and all that, and he can throw good technique with power. I like that. Good offensive and defensive grappling. He has KO power in his hands and feet. You've seen him KO Andre Julio with his hands. You've seen him KO Julian Erosa with a head kick. Other people too. He's just really well-rounded and super tough. He's not really great anywhere but maybe boxing, but he's just well-rounded, super tough, super durable, super good cardio. Daniel Santos is new to the UFC, and man, I watched a lot of tape on this guy. There's actually a lot of tape out there, and he's really good. He's got really good striking. I watched him. He's got 3 spinning KOs, 1 with a spinning elbow, 1 with a spinning kick, and 1 with a spinning body kick. So, this dude has good striking with power. He's got good boxing, setting up all of his boxing strikes with a stiff jab. And as you know, I love that. I love anybody that works off the jab with your striking. It helps you so much. It sets everything up. He's got pretty good takedown defense. I've seen him get taken down, but he's got good get-up game. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's from Brazil. The dude's tough, man. He's got a good clinch with great knees and close. Super explosive, super powerful, like I said, with his striking, with his KO, spinning, everything. The dude's tough, well-rounded. I really like the kid. He's fighting out of Shudo boxing. He's going to be super aggressive, and he's constantly moving forward with aggression. I do like him a lot, and I think he's going to be really good going forward. But I think in this fight, Julio Arce is going to be able to handle all that. I think it's going to be a close fight. I don't know if Julio Arce should be minus 200 against Santos. Santos is good, man. But Julio Arce has just fought really good people in the UFC. He's going to be really composed. This is a debutante for Daniel Santos. This is his debut. So give me Julio Arce in a really, really tough back-and-forth fight and a decision. I have no bets on that either, but we'll see where the line goes. We still got a week. Fight number 4 is in the men's welterweight division. We got Mickey Gall versus Mike Malott. Mickey Gall is 7-4, currently sitting at plus 160. Mike Malott is 7-1, currently sitting at plus 195. And Mickey Gall, man, he's been in the UFC basically his whole career. He's pretty well-rounded fighter, just not really great or good anywhere except BJJ. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu, real active. He's a decent long striker with some power. If he's fighting somebody else that doesn't have very good striking, he can outstrike him, and with power. He's only fought, he has, like I said, he has really good BJJ, but he doesn't have the best wrestling to get it there. But if he's taken down, he's active off his back. But he's not really pulling off a ton of submissions or nothing. You seen him against Mike Perry. Mike Perry was able to take him down, control him most of the fight. But he was kind of piecing Perry up in that fight. So That's why Perry had to go for the takedowns. But we don't know which Mike Perry that was. You know, Mike Perry is a wild man. He has a decent overhand high at right and a decent jab. But to me, Mickey Gall's got a suspect gas tank and a suspect chin. You see him get dropped a lot, and then you also see him just seem to get tired. Like he comes out strong in that first round, and then it seems that he seems to slow down, and kind of the other person like Mike Perry or whoever is going to take over on him. He's fighting a newcomer too, Mike Malott. You've seen him on a Contender Series. Dude's really good. He's from Canada. He's super tough. He's got a club and sub over Solomon Renfro. Then he had that last win, the choke out over the Saminsky guy in like 30 seconds. He's got decent striking with good power. Watch some of his regional stuff. He actually has like a boxing match, a pro boxing or kickboxing match. I can't remember right now actually. But the dude's really opportunistic with his finishes, either by strikes or by sub. Like I said, with the club and sub, he even got the win on the Contender Series off his back. Just sunk in that guillotine tight, man. Had that dude out quick. The club and sub, Solomon Renfro. But he's only fought twice in 5 years. That's the weird thing. Like, he took years off. Seems like he got better, though, in them years. But both of his fights back, he's got 2 finishes. Like I said, Dana White Contender Series, Solomon Renfro, which was a good finish. He was getting pieced up in the Solomon Renfro fight, and until he landed his own. He dropped Solomon and then choked him out in that first, like, 2 minutes in. So we haven't really got to see too much of him in these 2 fights in the 5 years. They've both been quick finishes. But he's got a really good overhand and straight right, really good guillotine, really good rear naked choke, and he seems like he can be hittable. He actually got dropped against Solomon Renfro, but he seems really tough, durable, and with good counter striking. So this is going to be a tough fight. I think that Mike Malott, though, is going to get a pretty clear decision. I have a bet on Mike Malott. I have 1.1 units to win 0.7 units. I got him at minus 160, but that's only because I had him on a parlay with Dricus Duplessis when Duplessis was fighting Hernandez. And obviously that fight got canceled, so I just got to keep this bet 1.1 units to 1.7, and I feel pretty good with it, man. I think Malott's gonna win. Mickey Gall is I'm just not impressed with him anywhere. Fight number 5 is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Marcin Tybura. Jairzinho Rozenstruik is 12-3, currently sitting at minus 150. Marcin Tybura is 22-7, currently sitting at plus 120. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, man, great kickboxing, very low output though. He's always looking to counter. Very explosive, has really good power in his left hand. He has a really good left jab and a left hook. He's always trying to counter with that left hook. That's how he gets a lot of his wins too. I almost feel, because he doesn't really throw his right that much, so I almost feel like he's left-handed, but just and just has that as comes out of the orthodox stance. And I don't know, man. He's just so low output. He just doesn't throw his right hand that much. He can be taken down, held down for a little bit, you know, like 20, 30 seconds, but he's like Derek Lewis. He's got a good get-up game. He's willing to eat a shot or two to get up. You see that against Curtis Blades. He can, like, he's pretty hittable himself, but he's very tough, and he'll try to dodge out of the way with his head like he did. It didn't work against Francis Ngannou, but most time he's able to dodge his head out of the way and hit you with that check hook. So yeah, man, the dude's good, but he's just really one-dimensional. He's just a low-output kickboxer. Marcin Tybura, man, he's a very well-rounded fighter. He's got good striking, good wrestling, really good BJJ. He's got good striking with good striking defense. It's getting way better. He got pieced up a couple years ago for like 3 fights in a row, but he was fighting really good power strikers, kind of like this. He's got pretty good wrestling. If he can body lock a guy, he's going to be able to get the takedown. Except unless it's Volkov, because he's just so huge. But he's got really good cardio for a big man. He's got really good BJJ for a heavyweight. If he can get the fight down and get on top, it's not easy to get up from under him, like say a Curtis Blades or someone like that. Like he's advanced in position, he's secure in position, and he's like you see with Greg Hardy, whoever, he's going to go for ground and pound. He's going to go for submissions. Just really good for a big man, really well-rounded. He's been in the UFC forever. In this fight, I'm going to take Jairzinho Rozenstruik just because I've seen Tybura knocked out by these kind of guys. I'm not going to bet it, but I think the first round is going to be kind of close, you know, real slow. Tybura may be able to land some takedowns, but like I said, I think that he'll get a little control time, but Rozenstruik will be able to get up. And this Marcin Tybura has shown, man, he can't really take punches from these big power punch, these big explosive dudes. So I expect Jairzinho to touch his chin up, especially after he looked good against Curtis Blades his last fight. Curtis Blades is way more better wrestler than Tybura. So give me Rozenstruik by 2nd round TKO, but I haven't bet that. I don't think I'm going to. I want to see what the odds come out, see what the lines on the KO, this and that. but I probably won't end up betting it. Fight number 6 is in the men's middleweight division. We have Dricus du Plessis versus Kelvin Gastelum. Dricus du Plessis 16-2, currently sitting at plus 135. Kelvin Gastelum is 17-8, currently sitting at plus 165. And this is going to be a really good fight. This is going to tell us a lot about what's going to be going down in the middleweight division coming up. Dricus has looked really good in his 2 fights in the UFC against Marcus Perez and Trevin Giles. Both of them was able to knock both of them out. The dude has really good kickboxing with power. He has really good power in body, leg, and body kicks. He throws power with everything. He's got good wrestling. He's got really good BJJ. He's really seems to be really well rounded, really explosive, and really strong. We just got to see if he keeps that cardio. We haven't got to see that yet because he's been finishing in both of his fights in the second round and first round. Really good with jump in, flying knees, and kicks. He's got really high boxing guard, really good defense, and he's got pretty good movement, man. He's finished all 16 of his wins, dude. 16-2. Actually, every fight's been finished. He's been finished twice, and he's got 16 finishes. So, man, the dude is a killer, be killed, and he's usually killing. He's KO power in both hands. He has a sick guillotine and a sick rear naked choke. He's got a lot of submissions. Early in his career, like his first 10 fights, he was just getting subs. Yeah, man, the dude's really well-rounded, really powerful. We're going to see a lot about it because he's fighting Kelvin Gastelum, who, as we know, has been fighting the elite of the division for years and years, 5-6 years. This is a step down in competition for Kelvin Gastelum, but we don't really know if that's what it is because Dricus du Plessis could really be the truth. So we're going to know a lot more after this fight, that's for sure. These guys were both supposed to fight different people. Gastelum was supposed to fight Nasruddin Imavov, and Dricus was supposed to fight Hernandez, and then both them fights got switched around. And Dricus might even had another opponent before that, but I can't remember right now. But I'm going to keep this going so it doesn't go too long. But Kelvin Gastelum, man, yeah, this is a step down in competition from who he's been fighting. Robert Whittaker, Izzy, everybody great, really. He has really fast boxing with really good power, as you know. We've seen him knock a lot of people out. He's a really powerful straight left and overhand left. He shoots it right down the middle, and he stuns guys. I think he surprises them how fast his actual boxing is and how much power he has. He has a decent leg and head kick, but mainly boxes. He's got really good wrestling, really good scrambles, and the dude seems pretty strong for being a little guy. He throws hooks with power in both hands. You've seen him knock out Bisping. You've seen him knock out a bunch of people. Power in both hands. He's very hard to finish. The dude's super tough. He got submitted by Brandon Allen on that heel hook, but other than that, man, the dude's super tough. I mean, Chris Weidman finished him a long time ago, but Chris Weidman just wrestled him was so much bigger. But yeah, man. This is a really tough fight to call, and until I want to see one more out of Dricus. I'll know more after this. I'm going to take Kelvin Gastelum by decision. He's minus 165. I'm going to take him by decision. I didn't bet him. I kind of wanted to, but I'm going to see how this goes, man. I think he's going to have way better boxing than Dricus. I think he's going to have takedown defense, and he may be even able to land some takedowns himself. But if he goes for the takedown, I'm telling you, watch out, because Dricus's guillotine and his jiu-jitsu and all that is good. So Gastelum's got to watch that. But give me Gastelum by decision. No bet on that yet. Next fight's in the men's welterweight division. We got Ian Garry versus Darian Weeks. Ian Garry is 8-0, currently sitting at minus 350. Darian Weeks is 5-1, currently sitting at plus 275. Ian Garry, man, he's got really, really good striking. He's got KO power with his hands and feet. Really good movement, really good speed, and really good head movement. Like everything about his striking is awesome. He's 6'3" with a 74-inch reach. He's gonna have 4 inches of height, and he's gonna have 2 inches of reach on Darian Weeks. He seems really strong in the clinch. I like Ian Garry in the clinch. He has really good head control. He got good head position, and he has just smashed guys up against the cage. And he's got really strong knees, and he's got good knees. If you watch him fight Jordan Williams, he's got the clinch, and he's bringing knees up over Jordan Williams' guard and catching him in the face with them. You can see Williams is kind of shocked about that because he's got long legs. He's really powerful straight and overhand right. Drop people with that. You see him drop Jordan Williams with that little counter right, straight right. And he seems to have good offensive, defensive grappling. He's got some submissions on his record too, and he's got KO power in both of his hands and both of his feet. So this guy's really dangerous, really good up-and-coming star, man. Like I said, he's pretty big for the division. Darian Weeks, on the other hand, you've seen him fight Brian Barberina. Came in on short notice. He's got good striking with his hands and feet. He comes from a wrestling background. He wrestled his whole life, so he's got good takedowns. He was able to land some takedowns on Brian Barberina, but you see him with Barberina even against Matt Brown. He's got really good get-up game. So, Barberina was able to get back up. Like I said, Darian Weeks, I don't know if he wanted to wrestle as much. He fought him on short notice last time, Barberino on short notice, like first or 1 or 2 weeks. But he has when he does wrestle, he's got really good top control and he's got really good pressure and ground and pound. He throws a ton of push kicks and front kicks with his lead leg, like in both of his legs, really. He's just constantly throwing these little push kicks and all that. And he's got to watch that here because you can't throw no naked kicks against Ian Garry. He's going to counter you and drop you or throw a head kick. But he's got good body lock trip takedowns. He has good hands. His hands are fast and good. He has some pro boxing experience too. He was 15-4 as an amateur, and he is 5-1 as a pro. So I mean that's 20-5, and he's only been stopped at one time in his amateurs, and that was by a doctor stoppage due to cut. He seems to have good cardio. You've seen a short notice. He was able to go 3 hard rounds with Barberino, and he's very tough. He has good knees and elbows in the clinch, and he's never been stopped in 25 fights, like I said, except by that cut in the amateurs. I'm going to take Ian Garry by decision. But I bet this fight. I bet the over 1.5 rounds, and I got that at -180. I got 1.8 units to win 1 unit, and I think this goes over 1.5 rounds. I think in the first round there's going to be some grappling, some clinch work, all that, and I think Darian Weeks might even be able to land a couple takedowns and all that. And he's really defensively sound, and I think that he's going to be able to survive at least 1.5 rounds. So I bet that over, and I really do like that. And I think that by the time this fight starts, the over 2.5 might even be like 150. So if you want to get on that, you might want to jump on that now. So yeah, Ian Garry by decision, but I bet the over. And that's going to be a good fight too, a close fight, because Darian Weeks is good. So remember that. Female bantamweight division, fight number 8. Female bantamweight division, we got Aspen Ladd versus Raquel Pennington. Aspen Ladd is 9-2, currently sitting at +160. Raquel Pennington is 13-8, currently sitting at +195. Aspen Ladd, you know, she came back, fought Norma Dumont. Didn't look very good, but she was coming off like a almost 2-year layoff due to ACL surgery. But she's got really good boxing, really good leg kicks. She's super aggressive. She's got a good clinch with elbows and knees in the clinch. She seems to be, like I said, looks physically strong to a lot of other girls she's fighting. She's got decent wrestling with a decent body lock and trip takedowns. She's just got a well, she used to throw a lot more punches. In the fight against Norma Dumont, she was very low output until later in the 4th and 5th round when she started coming on and looking good. She's got a really good BJJ when she gets to fight to the ground, and she's got savage ground and pound. Like if you remember her fighting Yana Kuniskova when she was just pounding her out, and she's like screaming like a wild animal, dude. This girl's a wild girl. She's crazy, really aggressive. She's got a really good left jab and a left hook, and she's really tough, really durable, and she's got really good cardio. Raquel Pennington, on the other hand, she's coming in on a couple weeks' notice. Aspen Ladd was supposed to fight somebody else, I can't remember right now, but Pennington's stepping in on like 2 weeks' notice, week and a half, 2 weeks' notice, or no, with this extra week, so about 3 weeks' notice is what she'll have. Pennington's got really good BJJ, really good at blitzing in with punches. She'll throw like a 4 or 5 punch combo, blitz in with them punches, has good power. She's got a good left jab and left hook to the body. Good at switching stances with power, keeping her power in both stances. She's got good leg and body kicks. She's got really good clinch work with dirty boxing. Like she's got real good dirty boxing. She's got decent wrestling and a pretty good BJJ if she's on top. She can be taken down and held down though. And you've seen against Macy Chiasson. Well, actually Macy Chiasson, that's what's making me like Aspen Ladd in this fight as a big underdog, is because Macy Chiasson was able to land a takedown and hold Raquel Pennington down and win that first round. And she came in on like 2 weeks short notice and was standing with Pennington just fine. And then the second she landed a takedown, and that's when she ended up getting anaconda choked or bulldog choked or whatever. But yeah, man, this is going to be a good fight. Both these girls are super tough. Both these girls have got good boxing. They're both well-rounded. But like I said, I'm going to take Aspen Ladd by decision. I think she can actually, Pennington coming in on short notice, that's going to mess with her gas tank. I think Aspen Ladd's going to do a lot of clinching, and I think she's going to be able to land some takedowns after some of the fights I was watching, like with Pennington and Marie Renon and a couple other people that was able to take her down, Macy Chiasson. So, yeah, man, I think this is going to be a really close fight. I don't think Pennington should be -200. So I'm going to actually take Aspen Ladd by decision, and I don't have no bet on it or nothing. I'll see where the line goes. If she keeps getting a bigger fade or underdog, I might take her. So fight number 9 is in the men's middleweight division. We got Josh Fremd versus Anthony Hernandez. Josh Fremd 17-8, currently sitting at +160. Anthony Hernandez is 8-2, currently sitting at +195. This is a replacement notice fight. Fremd is coming in on about a week and a half, well, about 2.5 weeks notice. Fremd's real big, man. He's 6'4". He's got a 76.5 inch reach, so he's gonna be 4 inches a height and 1.5 inches of reach on Hernandez. He's got pretty good striking. He's good at throwing punches and kicks in combination. You know, 1-2 straight to a leg kick or a head kick. Really nice body and leg kicks, man. He's got good wrestling. You can tell by his ear, but he's got good wrestling. He's got Division I college wrestling experience, so I mean that always helps. He's got good BJJ, and he's a great finisher with striking or submissions. But he can be hittable, but he seems to be super durable. But I just don't like him coming in on this short of notice against Anthony Hernandez, because Anthony Hernandez, I mean, he's the finisher himself. 6 of his 8 wins are by anaconda, choke, or guillotine. He's really good at blitzing forward with his shots too, with his punches in combination, looking to get a clinch, takedown. He loves the grapple. He's got really good grappling. He's got pretty good takedown defense and pretty good get up game. He's got really good offensive and defensive BJJ. So if this fight goes to the ground, I gotta favor Hernandez there all day. He's really well rounded with good cardio. His only thing that I have to go against him is that he can't take a body shot, man. You see him against, that's how he ended up getting choked out against Marcus Perez, because he got hurt to the body, scrambled around, ended up taking a lazy shot, and got choked out. And then you've seen him against Kevin Holland. If you go watch that fight, he got dropped to the body with a knee within like 50 seconds. So I guess that's why they call him Fluffy, because he's a little soft or something. He cannot take a shot to the body. But man, he's just really opportunistic with his subs and stuff. I like him. I'm going to take Anthony Hernandez. I'm going to take him in a wild, crazy fight by a second round sub. That first round is going to be back and forth, probably some takedowns, scrambles, all that. But I figure in the second round, by the time Fremd starts slowing down, because like I said, short notice, not a full fight camp. Hernandez has one. I think Anthony Hernandez, kind of like he did against Jung Young Park, the Iron Turtle. I don't even know if I said that right, but when he was able to hit him with the anaconda in the second, and them guys, that fight was crazy, going back and forth in China. So yeah, man, give me Hernandez the second round finish. Fight number 10 is in the women's strawweight division. We got Mackinzie Dern versus Tecia Torres. Mackinzie Dern is 11-2, currently sitting at -120. Tecia Torres is 13-5, currently sitting at -110. This line has switched and flopped around a lot. At first, Tecia Torres was minus like 150 favorite, and it's came all the way down to Mackinzie Dern is the favorite now. Mackinzie Dern, man, we all know she's got crazy world-class BJJ, but she's got really improved striking. I like what I've seen in these last couple fights, just Jan Daroba, and even against Rodriguez. Even though she was getting pieced up, she still showed that she could hang with Peira Rodriguez for 5 rounds. Her boxing is getting better, but her kicks still suck. She's still slow, and she'll throw naked leg kicks and stuff. She's got the world-class BJJ, but she's got kind of terrible takedowns. She can throw, like, try to get weird takedowns, like how she ended up getting that scramble and had Peira Rodriguez. She had her mounted for like 3.5 minutes of the second round. Wasn't able to do nothing with it, but she was trying, and she's really good. She's like her jiu-jitsu is so good, man. She's like a bulldog on top. Like, she just kind of got the right head pressure everywhere. She's constantly securing her next move. She's transitioning, and the head pressure it's world class. She can throw a double and triple jab and then a decent overhand right. You've seen her stun a couple girls with that. She's like she has just some unorthodox ways. Like, she'll try to grab an arm. I guess she needs to go talk to Ryan Hung, get some Eminari rolls. But she may be able to get him here, because Tecia Torres, man, she's a great striker. She's got really good movement and really good striking. She's super fast, man. She throws tons of kicks, tons of punches, so fast in combination. Really good leg, body, and head kicks. She's got really fast hands, dude. She's just like probably like the fastest girl in that division. She's a tiny tornado. She's only 5'1", but man, she's built and just ready to go. She's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. The thing with her though is, I've been watching, she can be taken down, but I think them girls were better wrestlers. Even Angela Hill was able to land a takedown on her. She got right back up. I don't even know if it should have been considered a takedown, but Angela Hill was able to take her down. And I watched Brianna Van Buren. She was able to take her down, but both of them, nobody was holding her down, but they were able to land a takedown. But I think both of them are way better wrestlers than Mackinzie Dern. But if Mackinzie Dern is able to get this to the ground one time, that's all she needs with almost any girl in the world, man. And I feel the same here. I just don't know if she's going to be able to. Tecia Torres, she's never been finished in 18 fights, and she's fought the best in the world. She's fought Weili Zhang. She's fought Rose Namajunas twice. She has a win over Rose Namajunas. So she's really good, man. I'm going to take Tecia Torres here by decision. I'm going to see what the line goes to. If she just keeps becoming a big underdog, I may bet her, but like I said, a lot of these fights are so close and so hard to pick. It's almost like gambling when you're betting them instead of just putting in your bets. That's why I got some really good bets this week, and I feel like they're good and not too risky. Fight number 11 is in the men's welterweight division. We got Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. Gilbert Burns is 20-4, currently sitting at plus 380, which is crazy. Khamzat Chimaev is 10-0, currently sitting at minus 555. Gilbert Burns, man, we know world-class BJJ, great wrestling. He has really good striking. He has really good power. In his strikes, you've seen him drop Tyron Woodley. You've seen him get a lot of finishes, a lot of stuns. He stunned Kamaru Usman. I had a bet on Usman. Yeah, I thought he was going to finish Usman in that first round. Honestly, he had him stunned like 2 different times. He's got really powerful overhand right. He's got really fast hands and kicks because he's kind of small for the division, but he's super fast. He's got really good wrestling. He's got really good cardio. He's an all-around great MMA. I mean, he's as well-rounded as you can get in MMA. His only problem is he's got a suspect chin. You've seen him get hit and hurt. Dan Hooker was able to knock him out. Kamaru was able to beat him up with them jabs. You've seen him be able to get hurt standing up, man. And that's like the only chink in his armor that I can find. Khamzat, no chinks in the armor. There's nothing to really find yet. The guy just murders people, man. World-class wrestling, world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, crazy top control, crazy ground and pound. He appears to have really good striking if you watch him. I mean, when he knocked out Mearshart with 1 punch, knocked him out cold. He knocked out the other Russian dude that's actually really good with that uppercut, and that was a decent fight going back and forth, and he hit him with that uppercut and knocked him dead, man. His striking looks really good. I mean, he has one-shot knockout power. You see, the Gerard Mearshart knockout was freaking eye-opening. You're like, holy shit, dude. He just walked him around the ring. Mearshart kind of circled into his power, but, man, just straight, perfect, right down the middle, right to the jaw, and knocked him out cold. He's just, the dude's super tough, and then he's crazy, which makes you even tougher. You know, that helps with Sean Strickland with a lot of people, man. When you're extra crazy too, you get that's an extra attribute in my opinion. The dude is huge for the welterweight division. I was just watching an interview, and it was the Schmo and Sean Strickland, and it was right after Strickland had wrestled with Khamzat, or sparred with him, and they said he was holding his own standing up, like it was good, but then they said Khamzat tapped out Strickland a couple times. And I mean, granted, it's just wrestling around, but you know Strickland ain't going to tap out for nothing. So this guy's tapping out 185ers easily. He's going to do it to a lot of people. In this fight, though, he's not going to do that. He's not going to take Gilbert Burns to the ground. What he's going to do is use his wrestling to keep this standing like Usman did, and he's going to knock out Gilbert Burns in that first or second round for sure. Khamzat's too big, hits too hard. He's got 4 inches of height, 4 inches of reach, and just he hits way too hard for Gilbert Burns. He's too big, man, and I see him getting a first round KO. Like I said, maybe second, but I see him getting first. Using his wrestling, keep it standing. He could have some scary moments in there because Burns in that first round, like against Kamaru, fast, powerful, and if Khamzat don't take this serious, man, he could get caught. So, but yeah, give Khamzat first round TKO. I got 2.5 units to win 0.7 units because I had Khamzat and Nasruddin Imavov in a parlay, and Imavov fell off, so now I just have Khamzat. So I have 2.5 units to win 0.7 units. Fight number 12 is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. Aljamain Sterling's 20-3, and this is for a title, 135 title. Currently sitting at plus 335. Petr Yan is 16-2, currently sitting at minus 460. Aljamain Sterling, man, if you've seen follow him on Instagram or anywhere, he looks in really good shape for this fight. He looks really big. He had a surgery on his neck, which probably helped him out a lot too, to be able to work out better and stuff. Really good wrestling. Aljamain has really good wrestling, D1 wrestling, world-class BJJ, very opportunistic submissions. You've seen with Corey Sandhagen, Cody Stamen, the list goes on. The dude submitted a lot of dudes. He's got some of the best submissions at 135 for sure. Very fast movement and striking on his feet. Dude's well-rounded, man. He throws a lot of leg and body kicks. You've seen in that first fight with Petr Yan, he probably threw like 25 leg and body kicks in that first round. I think he kind of gassed him out a little bit. But he's got a really good fast jab that he sets up his strikes and wrestling with. He likes to throw a jab, duck under, try to get the takedown. He's got good body lock takedowns and all that too. And he's got a world-class back taker, man, with finishes. If he can take your back, he can finish you easy. You've seen finish Sandhagen in like a minute. But Yan, man, is crazy good everywhere, dude. World class Muay Thai striking, great offensive, defensive wrestling. He's literally great everywhere. The dude's striking's just out of control. His wrestling, offensive, defensive wrestling is awesome. You seen last time he was taking Sterling down by the end. He had like 7 takedowns. Even when he got taken down in that first round by Sterling, and even when he was taken down, he was able to get right back up, stay safe with the jiu-jitsu. A couple times he was in Sterling's guard. When he got the takedown, he was able to stay safe and land a little ground and pound. He's got a razor sharp right hand straight down the middle, like razor sharp. He dropped Sterling with that in the first round, and maybe even a couple times in that fight with it. But a lot of people, that straight right is razor sharp. He's awesome at switching stances and throwing in combos. He's got powerful leg and really powerful body kicks. The dude throws heat to the body, man. I love Petr Yan, man. He's really super tough with excellent cardio. He has good BJJ and a great get-up game. He's really overall the template you would want for an MMA fighter, to be honest. He's great everywhere, and he's super powerful, and he's super tough. I think he's got a little of that Khamzat craziness too, and I love Yan, man. I'm going to take Yan. I think it goes to decision. You seen last time, it could get a little hairy, but both these dudes are really good. And I got Yan in the only parlay that I have on this card so far, and it's going to go into the next fight with Alexander Volkanovski. I got Petr Yan, Alexander Volkanovski parlay. I should have threw Khamzat on it. I didn't. You know, I just did a 2-1 and 2-5-1. We'll see what happens. But main event, we are Alexander Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie for the men's featherweight title, 145 title. Alexander Volkanovski's 23-1, currently sitting at -710, which is kind of crazy. And then Korean Zombie is 17-6, currently sitting at +485. Alexander Volkanovski is another template of one of the best MMA fighters that you can make. The dude is well-rounded everywhere, and not good but great everywhere. You've seen his boxing, you've seen his kicking with Max Holloway. Really good boxing, really good kicking, so really good kickboxing, I guess is what that would be. The dude has great offensive wrestling, great defensive wrestling, great jiu-jitsu, great ground and pound, great submission defenses. We seen against, we didn't know until we seen him fight Ortega, when I thought he was tapped out, and when Ortega had that mounted guillotine that was in tighter, Volkanovski stopped moving, but apparently he was breathing out his butt or whatever he said, so that's good because it won me some money. But then he got put in that triangle, got out of that. The dude is a junkyard dog of the highest order, dude. Volkanovski, he's a savage, man. He's got 2 wins over Max Holloway. Second one's debatable, but still, man, the dude is a fucking beast, man. He's just really good at hitting leg kicks and then countering on your return. Like, he'll hit you with the leg kick, he knows you want to fire back, and then he'll counter that. Just very, very tough. He has a little bit of the crazy stuff too. I don't know as crazy as Khamzat, but very, very tough, great cardio, and never stops working. He has a stiff jab, like I said, that sets up everything. His punches, his leg kicks. He's constantly putting pressure on his opponent. And his leg kicks from both stances are awesome. So he works the inside and the outside of the legs, man. And this dude's just well-rounded. I love Alexander Volkanovski, and I'm gonna ride him. I'm gonna ride him. You know what I mean? He's one of them guys that you just ride till you see him lose. Like, there's nobody that's gonna beat him. I mean, Holloway when they fight again, obviously that'd be a close fight. But yeah, Korean Zombie, man. He's coming in. It was supposed to be Holloway fighting Volkanovski, but Korean Zombie's coming in. But he had like 3 months notice for this, so he's not short notice or anything. He's got a really fast left jab to left hook. Like, he'll throw the left jab, come with the left hook right around it when you're trying to counter that jab. Very dangerous early with KO power in that first round, man. He's really crisp. You seen him versus Moicano. He's got a couple of them just real quick. Oh, Frankie Edgar. Real quick first round knockouts, you know, so you got to watch that. He's got really good wrestling and grappling himself. I don't think he's going to be able to use that here against Volkanovski though. I think Volkanovski could take him down if he wanted to. Excuse me. But a Korean Zombie, dude, really well-rounded fighter. He's really tough. I actually picked him against Brian Ortega, and I mean, what happened, he got hit with that crazy spinning elbow in the first round that pretty much would have knocked out 98% of people, and it didn't knock him out, but he just didn't look right the rest of the fight. He said that he didn't remember anything after that first round, so that's kind of why he looked terrible there, and that's why Dan Ige was a favorite against him, which he never should have been in that last fight when that Korean Zombie had with him. But Korean Zombie, man, he's very heavy on his lead leg, and I think Volkanovski is going to be able to tear that lead leg up. I believe Volkanovski is going to be able to outbox him. He's just got to stay safe in that first and second round so he don't get KO'd, and then after that, I think he just takes over. I'm going to take Volkanovski by decision. Like I said, I have him with Petr Yan in a parlay, 2.4 units doing 1.45 units. And I got him at a good price. I got Yan at like -320 or something. Both of them's in -300s. But yeah, man, I like Volkanovski. I like the Volkanovski Yan parlay. It's gonna be tough though. They're both fighting tough people. So I mean, it's going to be tough, but I expect them to get the win as they always do. So here's my official bets so far that I have for 273. I have Khamzat Chimaev 2.5 units to win 0.7 units. I have Mike Malott 1.1 units to win 0.7 units. Both of them were parlays that had the other fighters fall off, so I didn't just put them bets in for that 0.7 units. But I got Peira Rodriguez at plus 135, 1.75 units to win 2.35 units. I got Garry in weeks over 1.5 rounds. I really like that bet. 1.8 units to win 1 unit, and then I got Jan and Volk 2.4 units to win 1.5 units. And I really like all them bets so far. I'll see what other bets I get in throughout the week. And like I said, me and Johnny K Picks are going to have our show sometime this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. And I appreciate everybody for coming and watching. Like I said, man, last week sucked balls, but we're going to get it back on this one. Pay-per-views are my shit. So yeah, man, everybody please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm at 407 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 500 by the end of April. So, man, I need all your guys' help. So, appreciate all you guys. Comment with me, man. Let's go back and forth. I love talking MMA. I got one of the best communities, I think, already in the game, man. I love all you guys. Love talking with you guys, man. So, appreciate you guys, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. Go follow me on Instagram at Blood Money MMA Bets to get all these bet stubs that I post on there, because everything of mine's transparent, man. You get the good with the bad with mine. I never just post like just winners. You're gonna know my stuff in advance, so hopefully you can go make bets off them. So, like I said, man, I appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all the love I always get, man. And I'll see you guys this week on the live show. And good luck to everybody.